And we are back. So we've had lots and lots and lots of new Lorne stuff that has been released over the past. Let me. Let me. I'll say a few months now, maybe even longer actually. But yeah, loads of like new Lorne stuff. So this is one that I found like very interesting in the sense that well you'll see why this is funny because something I've always said about Lorne. He never like admits anything. He never admits nothing. He admits nothing. It can be like you have like proof of him doing something and he would deny it. But anyways, Lauren did a you know I don't I think like lie detector tests and stuff like that. It's bullshit. It's all junk to science. I never bought into it, but Lauren does, and I think the reason he's truthful in these situations is because he thinks it's like legit, right? So he will admit doing fucked up things because he in his mind it can't be wrong, so that's why I think he admits to all this stuff. So this is from a YouTuber called Blue Boy, and he has like lots of like new Lorne stuff. You guys should check him out. He has very like I don't know how the fuck he gets this sort of thing, but like God bless him. Good on him. But anyways, Lorne did some lie detector tests, right? So there's some gems in here, like when Lauren like says like the reason he keeps falling for like women online catfishing him is because he grew up in a small town. That's why and that's why he's so trusting of women, like because he grew up in a small town. So bullshit like this. You have like the standard lawn alcoholic stuff. Yeah, yeah, but the good stuff here is well, not good stuff. The this yeah, this is not good. This is fucked up actually. Yeah, but around where is it? Like yes, it's in February, right? Yes, yes. So Mr. Armstrong failed a polygraph test about accessing the internet. Yeah, yeah, not supposed to be on the internet. But, a pedo. Probably a good idea not to be not to be online. So while doing the whole internet stuff, Lorne, this man, was looking up images or like videos, images, yeah, of underage girls. Yes. So on February 17, 2021, Mr. Armstrong failed a polygraph test about accessing the internet, searching for media involving minors for sexual stimulation, and using fantasies involving minors for sexual stimulation in the past 7 months. During the post test interview, Mr. Armstrong acknowledged about fantasizing about to 10 to 14-year-old girls during masturbation. 10 to 14. 10 to 14 in May of 2021, and this is like recent as well. That's what like it's mad to me. Like it's not mad to me, but it's like you almost hope you almost because we've been like seeing him interact with like the catfishes and stuff like that. So maybe in our minds, maybe maybe this is me. Maybe I thought you know dealing with women like grown up adults. Maybe he's moved on from from. That's what I don't know. Maybe it's naive of me like to think this. Maybe you know like he'd be over it, but apparently not. Apparently not. Like I guess you if this is like your thing, and I think this is his thing, you can't really like you know give it up, right? Fucking hell, 10 to 14. Yeah, in May of 2021, Miss Armstrong failed a polygraph test about looking at images of minors for sexual stimulation. Looking at images of minors for sexual stimulation and looking at the bare the sexual the bare sexual organ of a person under the age of 18. Fuck me, man. Mr. Armstrong identified 5 people he had dated in high school and said he fantasized about them. So this is fucking weird. You know, I like when you were growing up, right? Especially your boy, you do fantasize about your female classmates and shit like that. That's normal, right? That every like you know, I think most teenage boys did that. Most teenage boys, when you reach a certain age, you started like looking at the the opposite sex, and sometimes you know like, if you're into you know it's the same sex, you fantasize about that. But you know it's when you hit a certain age, you know, teenage age, it's normal. But this man is like 50 years old. You know, you don't go back. You don't like you don't think about things like that. I've never thought about that. Like you know, I'm an adult now. I don't go back look thinking about the girls that I had a crush on when I was a teenager and like yeah, that's fucking that's weird. You know, that's fucking strange. Who does this? And the thing about it is like I am I am very I'm very positive. Yeah, like when you think about certain things like this, you well usually like if you're like if you're a guy and you're thinking about like sexual things with someone like it you wouldn't go this far back. You wouldn't. You would think about more recent sexual encounters. This is what I this is what I do. Like you think about more recent sexual encounters or an encounter that you that sticks in your mind, you know? And it's and these are usually with with women like, you know, you're an adult now. So you would think about things more recent in time. Not like because like I said, he's like 50 years old. So and he's thinking about like things that happened like 30 something. That's no. That is strange. There's no way you can like dress this up and make it make it seem okay. You know what I'm saying? This is not this is not right. Anyways, yeah, he had dated in high school. And this sort of thing makes what people you know makes what people think like for example people think he's a fucking virgin like when you read things like this, you can like get it. You get it. You understand it. Like why anyone would think he's a fucking virgin if he's going back to thinking about it. Like, but then again, like he has a certain type. He's a predator. He has his preference is younger with women, not even women, children, basically. So maybe it's okay. Yeah, maybe he does fantasize about having sex. Not maybe. Well, he admits that he does, but it's strange that he does. That's the thing about it. It's strange. I can hardly remember the girls I grew up with, like their faces and stuff like that. I don't I can't say remember most of them. Yeah. And this is like, and I'm not old. Like, I'm not like Lorne, and I can hardly remember these girls. They're not on my Facebook. I don't know what any of these girls from my childhood look. I don't remember what they look like. But here's this like freak fantasizing about girls he quote unquote dated. And I doubt that's the case. That's fucking bullshit. It's probably girls who he like, he would see and say hello to and pretended like, yeah, we're dating in his twisted mind. Fucking hell. Anyways, yeah, he fantasized about them. He acknowledged having sexual fantasies about a 9-year old girl. 9 years old. 9. 9. Who is on TV and sings the national anthem wearing a short dress. 9 years old. 9. What the fuck? What the fuck? 9 years old. I'm trying to like think to myself, 9 years old. What the fuck can you look at a 9 year? It just it 9 years old. 9. Think about it. 9 years old. 9 years old. Fuck. 9. 9 years. I can't believe it, but I can't believe it. If you know what I'm saying. 9 years old, and she sings the national anthem. No, no. I was gonna like, who is this little girl? But I don't want to know. That poor girl. She doesn't deserve this creep. Oh fuck me. Yeah. Oh, shit. He acknowledged watching Little House on the Prairie and masturbating to Mary. That rhymes. He did not indicate at didn't he did oh my god. He did not indicate what age she was at the time. I'm sure she was, she was younger. Who is Mary? I like, you know, it's not something like when growing up I never it's not it's something I grew up watching American TV, right? And I used to see the show on TV, and I never watched it. Never in my life watched it. Who is Mary? This is That's strange. That is strange because she kind of looks like she kind of does, actually. That's strange. Yeah. Yeah. Can you come on? Can you not see it a little bit? Little, kinda, yeah. That's strange. So he has like a type, blonde white girls, underage, obviously. That is fucking weird, man. Ah, that is strange. That is fucked up. So he used to watch this show and jack off basically to this girl. Wonderful. So he didn't like this. We're, because in this thing, doesn't say like did he do it when he was like a kid or he's doing it now. He's jacking off to this girl when she looked like very young. Now he's doing it. He's doing it right now in his 50s. Bizarre. Fucking bizarre. Because like I don't understand this. When you're 50 years old, do you have crush on like little kid little like kids? Like no, of course not. Because when I was like a kid, when I was a teenage boy, I grew up watching like yeah, you watch like Nickelodeon and shit like that. So I liked Alice. What's it called? That like Alice Mack or whatever it's called. Alison Mack. What's it? What is it? Alice Mack. I forgot what was that show. No, not her. It's not not this strange. I did have a crush on her, but yeah, before she turned into like a fucking, you know, you know, you know. I used to love her, man, but she's insane. Funny that. But anyways, this is strange because I'm trying to understand. Like, he had knowledge watching House on the. So yeah, he's he's currently doing it. He's watching like a show with kids and jacking off to it. Wonderful. See this guy's and again and again, if you've have like I've done a video on Lorne who he did he made a list of like of women he's had sex with in his life, and the list is very extensive. Like it's a lot of women, you know, more than like Lord has outdone me, in life. Obviously, it's all bullshit, but if you've had sex with so many women in your life, this is what this man said. You would you like this wouldn't watching like a TV. Then again, no, no. I'm not trying to like. No, I'm not going to try to convince myself Lauren has had sex with like loads of different women. No, he hasn't. It's all bullshit. The problem is that he has a specific type, apparently, a specific type of girl that he's into, that he needs to like get off to, and he. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange to anyone? They look very like if he was like a fucking he's a fucking creep. But you can imagine this guy roaming around Walmart looking for like a specific type of girl to like kidnap and take back to his to his fucking basement, to the trailer of failure. Look at this shit. That's so strange. No, we're not finished yet because this fucking idiot is, yeah, he's still falling for catfishes. What else is new, right? He's still falling for this bullshit. And he thinks he's talking to Casey again. Which case I don't know. I there's so many. I have no idea. All right, I don't know. I don't know how why did this happen. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how he keeps falling for this shit, but here we are. Here we are. So they're gonna talk about what we just read, and this fucking idiot, it's there in black and white, right? And I would believe this over anything this fucker says, obviously. So this fucking idiot is gonna deny everything. Everything we read, he's gonna like, no, he's gonna try to play it down. No, no, actually no. No. I'm not a pedophile. I don't I don't oh my god, his face is he has such a punchable face, doesn't he? Fuck me. Okay, let's listen to this shit. Hello. Hi. Hi. What happened? With what? You didn't send me anything. Um, yeah, I wanted to just call you first. Oh, okay, so what's up? Well, I was just reading through some of that stuff. She doesn't even sound like the. She doesn't even sound like Casey. Like you would think, you would think like that moment in time is like burned into his mind. He remembers everything about that night. You know, the weather, how it felt, you know, the sounds. You would think he would like, she doesn't sound like Casey, you know. You would think all this stuff would go through his mind, but nope. No, no, no. This guy is he's so deluded, so focused on being, having attention from the opposite sex, that he would like common sense goes out the window, basically. Yeah. Um, yeah, well, first thing I want to mention is how come you lied to me about having sex with Paula? Lied to you about having sex with Paula? Yeah. I didn't lie to you about having sex with Paula. Well, you told me you did. Yeah, I did. On that paper, you tell them that you never had any sexual contact with her. Even those before, I didn't tell them the whole details of the whole thing. So what he does is so this fucking guy, he likes to play off like he's this genius, like, I didn't really tell them the full story. I told them bits and pieces of it, I didn't go balls deep in the truth. He's such a liar. And it's so obvious when he's lying because He's so fucking stupid. His mind works at like like very it's slow. It's like a snail's pace. You can tell when the gears are like rotating. Like yes. This is let me spread my bullshit right now. Such oh, I love hating on this guy.
told him around what happened. They didn't listen to you guys because they just got the point out of it. They didn't ask me about having sex with her. They're the ones that said that I didn't have sex with her. I didn't tell them that. But everything that that guy said, he said, this is coming from the polygrapher, right? Yeah. Yeah, everything that he said on there, he twisted everything around that I said.
And that's the story of Lorne's life. People keep twisting stuff he said. That's his excuse for everything. You're gonna find out. People twist things. He didn't say that. People are twisting his words around.
That includes all the stories about like with Mary Ingles. I think that I had the first one when I was a kid. He twisted all that stuff around. So when I go to do the polygraph on August 4th, I got to bring this with me and lay in front of him and show him that I know what he did. And it,
And he's talking about her, right? Yeah. Why if this is true, like why mention like you had a crush on yeah, why mention this if you had a crush on like this little girl when you were a kid? Like who does this? Why mention it at all? You know? It makes no sense what he's saying. No sense. When I was like really young, I thought the girl from like Matilda was not Matilda herself, like Matilda's best friend. Shit. Ma- yeah, Matilda. That's what I said. The musical. Oh my god. Movie. So Matilda's friend, like I forgot. Yeah, that when I was a kid, like I thought she was the cutest thing. I wouldn't mention that shit now. Like, who gives a shit, you know what I'm saying? You know? Who gives a shit? Who would give a shit? Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why would I tell like I'm an adult now? Why would I tell anyone, hey, when I was a little boy, I thought the girl from it, Matilda's friend was cute. What did that do? Do nothing. Especially if you're like this fucking guy. There's certain things you're like, you keep to your fucking self. The fuck is wrong with this guy?
it's no different than shoulder. And I'm going to put it right in front of the polygrapher. But he knows that I know that he twisted everything around that I said. And I'm going to tell him that I already told them that he twisted everything around.
I
That's
love
what
when I love when he acts like he's this badass. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go straight to NBC and like tell them what's what. And he's a fucking pussy. Lord is a major pussy. He's nothing. This guy, and it's still the fucking earpiece. Like who? This is. I've honestly never seen anyone having one of these on. Even back when it was like in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, I've never seen anyone wearing one of these. and this guy is always wearing one. Like like he's like he's some sort of like important banker. You know, he works at the exchange. You know, you know. He has important calls that he can't miss. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's such an ugly fucker,
One of the
man.
reasons that I've been held back so much because the Sean and the photographer have been doing this shit for years.
Why didn't you mention this to me then?
Sorry. It's- they've been sabotaging Lauren. they've been they've been trying to like keep him down, you know? Lorne is trying to move forward with his life, trying to make himself better. But these fucking lie detector test people are trying to like screw him. Man, I can't believe it. Those fucking bastards, man. Fuck.
Why did I mention about the stuff on there?
Yeah.
I was going to when we talked on the phone again, but I even texted that to you. There's some stuff in there that I had to tell you some stuff about.
What do you need to tell me about?
That's the stuff I was going to tell you about.
About blind, about having sex with Paula?
About about them twisting stuff around, the photographer and someone twisting the stuff around.
Well, what's that underlying stuff?
That's the stuff that he twisted around. That was me.
What? Well, so when he said that you admitted to fantasizing about the 9-year-old girl, what did he twist around?
That right there, I told him and I told Sean that I was upset about. Okay, there's a 9-year-old girl that sings the national anthem comes on the news every morning at 5 o'clock, or it comes on right before the news at 5 o'clock. And at the end of her singing the national anthem, they've got her walking in a field with a flag, and they have her wearing a really short skirt. And I told Sean and the photographer that I was upset about that because of the people that are out there that see that. I,
Oh my god. So a 9-year-old, right? Like a 9-year-old in a dress. I saw that on TV and it boils my, it just, it made me so angry seeing that like I had to tell someone. I had to tell someone. Who is he trying to fool? Who is this guy trying to fool here? Who other than like a fucking creep would notice something like this, really? You know? If you see if any normal person who saw a 9-year-old in a dress or whatever, it's something you it's not something you notice. Most of us normal people, we don't notice this shit. You know, we don't see the things he sees because he's so fucking sick. His first thought was sexual. His first thought about this 9-year-old girl was sexual. No one else would think this. No other like normal, non sick in the head person would see what he sees. But he saw it, and he's trying to make out like his because he's thinking all sort of like disgusting, perverted shit. He's trying to rationalize it in his mind. I'm not trying to rationalize it. He's trying to like play it off like it's not what he's thinking. It's not he's not thinking this. He's thinking about something else. Because he pulled the same shit in the chat log with Kayla. Trying to like, you shouldn't talk to perverts. I'm not a pervert. Then 5 minutes later on, what do you think about Mr. Penis? You know, he's a fucking idiot. You know, he can't help himself. He cannot help himself. There's no way that your mind should go to the places where his mind goes to. No way. And he's so stupid that he doesn't see it. He thinks he's doing like he's coming across as a non-pedophile. I say, I saw a 9-year-old girl and she was wearing something, and I was mad that maybe other, I mean, not other, I mean, pedos would see it and they would be like, you know, it made me so mad. What the fuck?
I didn't think it was appropriate for her to be wearing such a short shirt and skirt like that. If they twisted it around,
She's 9 years old. 9 years old. Who gives a fuck? She's 9 years old. Who looks at a 9-year old besides this freak and think like, yeah, that's too revealing. That's too she's 9 years old. 9.
you see why I got to bring it into the polygrapher? Set it in front of them.
Well, what about failing? Like, it says you admitted to fantasizing about girls ages 10 to 14.
So yeah, when I was a kid, I told the polygrapher that I thought back.
Why? Why tell people this? Why would you tell anyone this? When I was 12, I used to think about 16-year-old girls. You know, that's what. Yeah, when I was 12, though. Well, no one talks about this sort of thing. No one. He's so full of shit, man. He's so full of shit. When I was 11, I thought about a 13-year-old girl. This is one when I was a kid, so it's okay. He's my brain, my brain.
When I was a kid, the girls that I had something to do with when I was a kid. Like one of them that nobody knows about is Sherry. Sherry was a girl that I had touched for a long time. She was my girlfriend. Actually, the first year that she moved and came in, she was my brother's girlfriend. Then went to school in the fall and summer. It was me and her. And after that, apparently she didn't think she fit into my family for some reason. So she wound up going with other guys during the school year. But I still liked her. But we were good friends for a long time after that. And
Can you imagine any of this being true? Can you imagine any of this? We know how fucking insane this man is. Insane, very clingy, very, obsessive. Like, can you imagine any of this being true? It's not. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. This is maybe a girl that he knew about, that he liked, but nothing besides that happened. That's as far as it went. He was obsessed with this girl because, maybe, I don't know, maybe she looked like fucking Kayla as well. Maybe she's not a like blonde white girl that he was obsessed with, that he liked, but nothing, that's as far as it went.
actually, I think I was like 30 the last time I saw her.
I,
And like when I was that age, when I was that age, there's girls that I liked when I was that age. That's what they're saying. That's what they're twisting around. They they literally twisted around everything I said.
it said the polo thing was in the clinical interview. So you told that to the psych evaluator.
So the psych value, I told the psych evaluator that I did have sex with Paula.
I still don't get why he's talking about like you know these these things from his. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't see what the point of all this. Like we've all had crushes when we were like teenagers, but I don't. I wouldn't talk about them with anyone. Like I said, I don't remember any of these girls. There's like one I remember. She was called like Suzanne or something, and I don't even remember what she looked like. But I used to remember like um writing her name and my name in the back of my book, like in my in yeah in my book, and like that's it. But I don't remember what she looked like. I don't remember anything about this sort of thing. But this guy, he's still like he fantasized about his fucking teenage years, and that's strange to me. That's so strange, very strange.
I told her all everything that I told you about. I told her. I even told Ashley though.
So you masturbate to the thought of kids from high school.
No, the girls that I went to high school with, those were the ones that I thought about. That I had.
Yeah, but you knew them in high school, right?
Yeah, they were my age.
Well, back then they were.
Yeah, back then they were. Now they're still my age. I just thought about them from back then.
Yeah, when they were in, you thought about the high school version of them.
Yeah, because that's all I remember that they look like.
Like I said, I don't remember I'm not as old as Lorne, and I don't remember like girls from what they look like. But I don't get this. Why? 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 Why would you do this? Why? I don't see. This man has said he has had sex with like so many different women. Like I can't remember. It was like a good 20, like it's a 20 women in his life or more. It was quite a bit, actually, quite a bit, even more than that, maybe even 30. I don't remember the exact number of women he has claimed had sex with. But if you've had sex with so many different women, why do you need to fantasize about girls from your teenage years? It makes no sense what he's saying. It makes zero sense. Why? It doesn't. Like me personally, I prefer you know older women. For personally, this is my thing. Like not too old, obviously. Like you know, I prefer like late 30s, early 40s. Like this is my thing, right? That's what I like. I don't know why, but it's just they. I like having conversations with more mature women. That's just me, and they, for the most part, a lot of these women, like they don't. Like I don't date women with like I would date women with kids. It's not a problem for me. But the most of the women I've like been with don't have children. They're like in their late 30s, early 40s, and like they passed the point of which they like they don't want to have kids, and that's great. I don't want to have kids either, but like I'm saying, that when I'm thinking about certain things, that is my go-to. You know what I'm saying? My recent experiences, you know, my recent yeah. But again, I've never like never never even when I was a teenager, right? I when I was like 18 or something, my thought like never went back to girls that I had a crush on when I was like 12, 13, 14. No, because at that age, you know, you like what you like, you know? You the things you like becomes more it reveal themselves to you, you know, what you like. And I like more mature women when I was like, yeah. So my my taste evolved, and this guy, it doesn't seem like it has ever evolved, you know, because he's a pedophile basically. So even though he's 50, he will still gravitate towards children because he's a disgusting piece of shit basically. Because I can't wrap my mind around fantasizing about girls from my teenage years. It just it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. I don't see the what you get out of it. Because if you're older now and you've had like sexual experiences with like women like he claims to have, you would think you have enough like experiences with these women that you wouldn't, you know, why go back? Why go back? There's no point in going back. Especially I don't think he was like he was getting he was getting pussy at like 13, 14. No. This fucking guy, no, fuck no. So he's just thinking about them because of their youth, basically. That's what he's thinking about.
Yeah, and they were kids back then more.
I wasn't thinking of it in that way.
Yes, the entire point of it is thinking about it in that way. That is what it is. That is what it is. You weren't thinking about them like, you know, you didn't see them on Facebook with like recent photos and like, you know, the point of thinking about them at that age is because of that the age at where they were at.
How were you thinking of it?
Just because there were girls that I liked.
Yeah, but you were picturing 10 to 14-year-old kids. You don't see how that's kind of fucked up?
No, that was when I was in high school. The girls
I
in high
know,
school.
I know that, but you were doing it recently. It says you were thinking about high school girls when you were masturbating, according to psych evaluations in the last 7 months.
According to the psychoanalyst, the last 7 months.
I mean, however long ago you took this thing.
But there were girls that were my age that I was trying to think about.
I don't know how you're not understanding what I'm saying. Yeah, but you were picturing them as kids. It's the image of kids If he's not pulling out your yearbook and masturbating to a picture of a girl in there, just because she's 50 years old now and you were jerking off to the 16-year-old picture of her.
I understand what you're saying. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about it like that because I was the same age as them.
You see, like the logic is not logicking. You know what I'm saying? He's dumb. He's extremely dumb. Like if I was talking to someone, a like an online girlfriend, and I was a sexual predator. This is not the type of conversation I would have with them. You know, this is something I would try to shy away from if I was said sexual predator.
That's the problem.
What?
That you should be thinking about it like that.
I don't think about it anymore because after well, the when I think it was Sean that I said that I told Sean about that too, and he made me think about that in that sense too.
He made me. Oh my god, typical Lorne. It's never his fault. It never. No, no, it's not him. Not him. It's not his fault. He made Lorne think about it. It's his fault actually. It's never Lorne's fault.
You know, didn't really think of it that way.
Well, I'm just confused. Why did you fail the polygraph?
I'm not sure why I feel part of that. I don't remember. Like,
2021 is the recent one. Why do you fail all the polygraphs of being expected to kids? They asked you in March and in February.
I don't know why I feel. I was always
I love the fact like his memory. Like I said, he's 50 years old, right? And he can remember like things from his high school days. Enough so that he's able to masturbate about it, right? But when it comes to the thing like happened, you know, a year ago or something like that, nope, no. Can't remember. Can't remember that far back.
Well, yeah, you were honest and they wrote it down. You told them about the 9-year-old girl and stuff.
yeah. I told him about that stuff, but I wasn't attracted to her. I wasn't masturbating to her. I wasn't masturbating to any of them. High school girls, yeah, that was my age when I was that age. I didn't think of it in that way, and Sean brought it to my attention about that. And then I understood. I never had any attraction to anything. He twists around everything.
That fucking Sean, he twisted everything. Like he just said he got it, but doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. I don't think he'll ever get it.
Around.
Just don't get why you don't understand that children are off limits.
I understand that. I am not attracted. Casey, what are you doing?
I'm asking you why you were jerking off to images of high school girls you went to school with. I'm just confused why.
Because they're the same age as me. Well, and that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about, them being kids at the time. I was just thinking about them when I was a kid.
Yeah, you were thinking about them from back when you were a kid, when they were also kids and you're 50 years old. You weren't jerking off and thinking about them as 50-year-olds. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I wasn't, it didn't dawn on me that I was thinking about it like that.
Yeah, but you
I was a knowing pedophile right here. You know? I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know, the man who got busted trying to have sex with underage girls, jacking off to teenage girls from his childhood. Like, you know, I didn't know that I was wrong. I didn't get it.
understand now that you were thinking of it like that.
Yeah, now I understand I was.
You understand now that at 6 years old you were jerking off to kids.
I understand that. And I don't do that anymore. Because I didn't think about it that way when I was doing it then.
I just don't get how you weren't thinking of that.
Casey, I know the kids are off limits. I don't jerk off the kids.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Masturbating to the giant Little House on the Prairie. Why does it say that's not what was said though?
I like the fact like nothing he says makes sense. Nothing he says makes any sense at all. I saw her in a different movie or show. Like, why are you talking about this person as well? Like, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? It's such a strange thing to like bring up for like no reason, and he's trying to like say like it's not a big deal. It's just it's so bizarre to me.
What was said. What he wrote and what was said are two completely different things. That's why I have to bring it into him to point it out to him.
And you can't believe a word Lauren says. You can't believe anything he says. Because recently, like, I've been like going on jogs and shit like that. So I've been listening to the chat log again. I don't know why. I just like I jog for like an hour and a half, and I listen to, and I need to listen to something. So I'm listening to this thing. And this guy, he's a fucking idiot, man. I'm at the point where he's like trying to like, we can't talk on Yahoo. We shouldn't talk on Yahoo. Call me on the phone. All the while he's telling this girl like, oh, you want to see on Yahoo? You want to see my penis? Like showing her penis, but we shouldn't talk about meeting up. We shouldn't talk about meeting up on Yahoo because I don't want to get in trouble. Talk about it when you call me. Anyways, look at Mr. Penis. You know, and it's just like he's just low IQ. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb shit.
And ask him why he's writing down different things that I actually say. Because if you look at the psych doctor's evaluation, the professional, you look at what she says, she's the one that gives me the test.
So which page is her page?
I gotta go and look at it. Hold on. one of them. And the first one, okay. The second paragraph, Mr. Armstrong answered all questions in a consistent manner. He responded in a reasonably forthright manner and did not attempt to present an unrealistic or inaccurate impression that was either more negative or more positive than the clinical picture would warrant. Okay, now let me see.
Yeah, tell me when I'm supposed to be looking. You said the last sentence?
It's either the last two sentences or the last sentence.
Well, can you just point me to one? Because I'm not seeing any.
Okay.
Because it says certain elements of his self-description would suggest that's your self-description.
Right, okay. Now, go to the second to the last sentence. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that
That's what I
others...
was just reading. Of your self-description.
Right. For the last two sentences or the last sentence is what she is saying.
As part of his more general problems in close relationships, he may have difficulty trusting a treatment professional.
What?
That's the last sentence.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like a low IQ. Like I don't believe in like IQ and all that shit. But I think Lorne is a very I think there's something mentally there's something there. There's something there, I think. I don't obviously it doesn't excuse any of his behavior, but he's not, there's something not right. Something not right there.
Yeah, that, the sentence before that too. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that others are likely to see him as being withdrawn, aloof, and
Yeah.
somewhat unconventional.
That's based off your self-description, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's the one that's giving me the task.
Yeah, that's his self-description.
I'm gonna have to stop. No, this is driving me insane. Okay, that's the video, man. That's the video. Watch the rest of this if you want, because this is just getting me, giving me a fucking headache. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot, man. Fuck this guy.